All right, bless everyone. It's Ross Kalev, a Lamb of Zion. All right, go right into the video. Reincarnation and resurrection. Is there proof of reincarnation in the Bible? Is there much difference between reincarnation and resurrection? All right, we know that, resurrection is mainly the Western word that is used, by the Romans and the Greeks and etc. In the New Testament and things. Resurrection. We know that all throughout history and most ancient cultures that they spoke of reincarnation, especially in the Eastern, the Asian areas, they speak of reincarnation. We know, I'm going to add this in there, we know that if you read the first book of Esther, the first verse, you'll find out that the kingdom of Israel was once all of Africa and India as well, touching Asia. All right. So I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of proof real quick, that reincarnation is real and it's in the Bible. Okay. And this is going to segue into the next video I'm going to do. All right. To start off, we're going to just go into Isaiah 6. Okay, and Isaiah 6 is what you'll find the Lord of Spirits in the heavens at his throne. Okay, and he wants to send somebody. And he says, whom shall I send? Okay, and a volunteer raises their hand. Someone volunteers their soul. Okay, so we know where he's in a temple of souls. Okay, and the Father's asking who's going to go. Who's going to be a servant to me and go to the earth and do my mission. Okay? And so this individual is a soul. All right? Up there in a temple of souls in the kingdom. All right? So he must have done something before to get his soul up there as well. All right? And so this soul volunteers and say, I will go. All right? And the Father tells the soul, how long will you have to do this mission? Okay? Until when? How long, right? And so, that how long is until what end, okay? When will I know my mission is complete? When will I get to go home again, all right? And so, there you have proof of incarnation, right? Someone will say, okay, that's proof of incarnation. That's a soul that we necessarily maybe don't know if it was living before, but it's in the temples of souls and it volunteers and it comes down to be incarnate. But how do we know it was once alive? How do we know that? Okay, so we can go to Isaiah 49. It's all through scripture, because when you read Isaiah 6 at the end, it says until the cities are desolate, until it's desolate waste places. Okay, and this is prophecy for the suffering servant. This is prophecy for the Son of Man to come. This is prophecy of the Christ. Okay, because we know that Christ has given dominion over the earth, rulership over the earth, and Christ will get vengeance on all the rich and prideful people on the world, right? The Son of Man. Okay, so let's go ahead and read Isaiah 49, right? Listen, O you islands. Remember, every landmass is an island. Unto me and hearken ye people from afar. The Lord had called me from the womb. So the person has been called from the womb, right? So before he even got into the womb, his mission was set, okay? And he's been formed, and this person is described as having a mouth like a sharp sword. Anyone read Revelation? Who has a mouth like a sharp sword? The Son of Man, Christ. Okay? And he's been hidden in the shadow of God's hand, meaning no one would listen to him or hear, right? See or hear what he's saying and doing. No one would listen, right? That's a part of the mission, Isaiah 6. And he labored in vain, meaning everything he worked to try to, sustain the status quo wouldn't work. Only his judgment in God would work. Okay, well, let's skip ahead to verse 6. And he said, is it a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel? Okay, so this person is going to restore, right? A part of this person being here is going to start restoring things, right? And I will also give thee for a light to the nations, all right, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the ends of the earth. Okay, so salvation to the ends of the earth, we know that's Yahshua, that's Christ, but it gets even better. Thus saith the Lord, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One. To him who man hates, to him who the nation abhors. So he's hated by everyone and his own nation. That's Christ. Okay, kings shall see and arise, and princes also shall worship, because of the Lord that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, he shall choose thee. So all the kings will rise up, all the presidents of the earth will rise up, and they will see. Thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, in a day of salvation have I helped thee. And I'll preserve thee and give thee for a covenant to the people, to establish the earth, and to cause to inherit the desolate heritages. Okay, so we know the individual who was sent in Isaiah 6 will inherit and be ruler and king, right? And take vengeance on all the king and prideful of the earth. So that is Christ. So Christ in the heavens and temple of souls volunteered once again to come back, right? During the changing of the age, the new age beginning, right? We got all the signs happening right now. And a lot of people think, especially when they hear this, they're going to think, oh, they're talking about the Antichrist, because you know that when Christ comes, it's going to be seen from the east to the west. You're right, and you're wrong at the same time, because guess what? In prophecy, it shows that Christ is born among us. But in that hour that Babylon fall, in that hour where all the kings are given power with the beast, in that hour that the Son of Man will be invoked before the Father, and he'll be given power and dominion and the garment of life. And right before the judgment seat of God, with Satan there as well. You read it in Zechariah. Okay? And that's when he come with his army from the heavens. But in the meantime, he's down here suffering, carrying the transgressions and the confusion of the rest who don't want to face the truth and right. Okay, so there's your proof of reincarnation. Just not incarnation, but reincarnation in the Bible. Okay, so my next video, guys, I hope you enjoy this little, short video. But my next video is going to be about, the Nagas Buddha, the prophecy of the Nagas Buddha, the Buddha that comes after Gautama Buddha, that comes after the prince who's born in the kingdom, who sees the poor and tries to help. But Nagas Buddha is a different Buddha. Okay, a totally different Buddha, and y'all going to see in a video how much it aligns with Christ and prophecy to the Christ to come. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, leave a comment. Bless, shalom.
King of vibration, by whose hand they shall reach their demise.